All right. Hey guys, welcome back to the Underground. This is Interactive Chat Volume 30. That's right. It's this, which means that this show's metabolism has started to slow down about 2 episodes, and soon it'll be primed and ready for full dad bod. What is up, everybody? This is, of course, our weekly solo podcast where we sit down and talk about everything PSVR2 related, news, announcements, games, and boy, do we have a lot of them coming very, very soon, which I can't wait to get into today. This is going to be a really, really fun summer, so buckle up, because it is time to go for a ride, y'all. What is up, Imzadi? Good morning, down under. Blue Drew, the Underground Game Cat Elite Name Squad in the house. Hello, thank you for joining. And Looper, the Underground Game Cat, who will probably fill me in on anything I forget to mention today. Because he's good like that. Catatonic Beast in Black Game Cat. Yeah, you effing rock, homie. Good to see you, man. Good to see all you guys. Thanks for joining in and welcome to the show. Now, like I said, we've actually got a lot of stuff to cover today. There's a little bit of news, definitely some big announcements. Summer Games Fest was today, and although I don't really think any like huge PSVR2 announcements happened at Summer Game. Oh, okay, there was I guess a couple. I didn't watch it, but regardless, there was some huge PSVR2 announcements that I'm really excited about. And there's also the double discount sale going on with some PSVR2 games on sale. And I've got a great setup now. We're going to go through each and every single one that's on sale. I'm going to give it the thumbs up or thumbs down, whether or not I recommend it to you guys. Wallets are going to be hurting soon, guys. There's lots of good games. There's lots of discounts, tons of stuff going on. What is up, Salvador, my dude, Darth Vader, Unruly Cat, hello, Emily Baxter, what up, Bad Robo in the house tonight, Rogue TR, Mind Jive, good to see you guys, Feel the Magic, Hear the Roar, Thunder Game Cats are loose, thank you for the donation, getting that tip train going, says, what up, Guy Sebastian, I don't know who that is, I think I Googled him because you mentioned him, I get told I look like a lot of people. And honestly, I don't think I look anything like those people, but I'll take it. You want to compare me to Batista? Sure. I just need to take like, a pound of steroids and Guy Sebastian, I guess, is like an Australian singer or something. These are all very famous, pretty people, much more famous and pretty than I am. So I'll take it. Thank you. Oh man. So like I said, tons of awesome shit to talk about today, but first, we are going to take a look at something pretty cool, and that is the top 10 downloads from May were posted, and this brings with it some really, really cool news. Let's take a look here, shall we? Together. We've got the US and EU, US, Canada, and EU charts here. We got a lot of the usual suspects. But what I wanted to point out here is that it is great to see the brand new releases that came out last month, top 3 for each and every region. Well, all regions. This is pretty cool. So coming in at number 3, of course, like I said, we've got Pavlov, which is great to see Pavlov still doing really well. Nice to see Pistol Whip getting some love. I think it was on sale, maybe. Creed Rise to Glory, still holding in strong, which was pretty dope. Job Simulator, as expected. Kayak VR, great first VR game. Star Wars, it's Star Wars. And Swordsman, which somehow just... that Swordsman is a testament to what building a strong community around your game can do. But let's take a look at the top 3 that were new releases. In the US, we've got Red Matter 2, which actually came in at number 2 in the EU. And pretty cool to see this. Obviously, this has become kind of like what everyone is basically saying is the new graphical benchmark for PlayStation VR 2, and I think it's totally deserved. I think it's graphically, it is stunning. It is high fidelity graphics in so many different ways. The only caveat to that, which is not really a big deal, is that there's a little bit less going on in the game. It's a slow-paced puzzle game. The geometry and stuff is kind of simple, but I think that's part of the genius in the design of what they did. And like I've said before, when they put a really high emphasis on what they put in the game. So I think that does well. And when you buy a PSVR2 headset, you want a game that looks like a PSVR2 game. It's also a great game. So not trying to knock on it. Of course, I said I'd give it somewhere around a 9. I'm still like haven't even completely decided if it would be slightly less or slightly more, or it would probably be a 9 at most. But congratulations to Vertical Robot. I'm so glad to see that Red Matter 2 is doing really well, because the first time Red Matter came out on PSVR 1, I don't think it got enough attention that it deserves. So I just love seeing that it's getting some attention this time around. It is super well deserved. What up, Sean Yarbrough, Jason Voorhees, all y'all. Good to see you, man. Silver Nexus, my dude. Fun games are indeed fun games, and it is a pretty damn fun game. Next, we got Walkabout Mini Golf, which came in at number 2 in the US, and number 3. It seems like us American folk are a little bit more fond of the mini golfs than out in the EU, which is fine. I'm just kidding, but yeah, Walkabout Mini Golf, another game that was really, really great. Oh, also just had DLC drop today, Journey to the Center of the Earth. So can't wait to check that out. But I love Walkabout Mini Golf. While I don't think it's like, it's not the same kind of experience you typically get from a PlayStation game. It's not a single player, like, super high graphical fidelity, quality, adventure kind of thing. It's just a kick-ass multiplayer game, social game, and golf game. And I've been really taking my time with Walkabout Mini Golf. So congrats to Mighty Coconut. Another well-deserved rating on the chart. I love to see this, man. I love to see it. Oh, Sean, I thought you were saying Walkabout's ridiculously expensive. You're talking about the Apple headset. Yes. For those interested, it's great. Sure. All 10 people will really, really enjoy it. I actually shared my thoughts on that on a Gamescast, I think. Yeah, we did a full episode on it. Finally, last but certainly not least, in fact, number 1, we've got Beat Saber in both regions. Now, this is not really a big surprise. Now, some people might be like, oh, really? I don't feel that way, man. I think Beat Saber's awesome. I'm super happy that it came back to PlayStation VR 2 and PlayStation VR. It's just a really great game, and I think it's one of those great games to like start off with VR as well. And it's a good showcase title, like I've said before, where you want to show people something cool in VR. I think it's got to be up there in the top of the list as to what to show people. And it's the most popular VR game of all time, so no big surprise there. But congrats to the big 3 that topped, not only placed on the charts, but topped it. That is good to see. I hope this is a trend that continues, where a new release we see, at least hits top 10. But yeah, man, what's happening? Smoke them all up. Game Cat Photo another. It says love Red Matter 2. Yeah, it's really good. Actually, some interesting news is that the game, there was another game that was, I think, announced maybe before, but we got a little update on Hubris. Hubris was announced to come out last month, never did. They said, we're sorry, we just need to take more time. By all means, devs, if you're listening, which you're probably not, take your time. Make sure it's good. We live in an era where games are released half broken a lot of the time, and it's so refreshing that that VR devs are out here busting their tail and trying to release a non-broken product that is nice and polished. Plus, I think it's nice to have a little bit of breathing room. But in regards to breathing room between Red Matter 2 and then this, because they're both like sci-fi adventures, it's got to hurt. It's got to sting the hubris devs a little bit, with all the praise and everything that Red Matter is getting. But hopefully this can deliver another great sci-fi adventure. But basically, someone on Reddit was saying there's lots of rumors going around that they are going to have an update for us very soon. I most recently saw a Reddit post saying, I guess they're very active in their Discord, and they were talking about that we should be hearing about something within the next week or two regarding this game. So release for this game seems imminent, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it's a really good adventure. So cool to see that. Let's see here. So guys, in case you missed it last night, I did a special appearance on a Wednesday, a West Day show on PSVR Gamescast Live over at PSVR2 Without Parole. And we talked a little bit about an upcoming title called Synapse. It's nice that I can actually talk about this now because I've been really, really excited, and I couldn't say anything. And that's why if I'm friends with you on PSN, that's why my everything is hidden, because I couldn't break embargo and let anybody know about this. But basically, End Dreams, shout out to Jimmy Bowers and the team over there. Love you guys. They gave out a limited amount of preview builds to certain YouTubers, content creators, media outlets to try and try out and play this game. And to me, in my opinion, whenever a company does that, it's usually a good sign. Yeah, man, like I said, for our full impressions breakdown of the demo that we got to preview, go check it out on PSVR2 Without Parole. I had me, Brian, Wes, Miles, and it was super cool. But I'll just sum it up for you in case you don't want to watch the whole hour-long conversation. I really, really like this preview build that I played. There's a lot of unanswered questions, such as like the depth of the game, the enemy variety, a lot of things, but the core game that we got to experience, that's exactly what it was to me, was a really, really great experience. And the telekinesis, man, easily the best telekinesis game I've ever played. And it feels, the way this game feels, the atmosphere, the mood, when you got David Hayter talking in the background, it channels some Metal Gear flashbacks and stuff. I love that he's involved with End Dreams again in another story-driven game. And this, from what I've played so far, this is like way better than Phantom Covert Ops. Phantom Covert Ops was decent. It was limited to being stuck in a kayak, and it was very much like Metal Gear. This is more of a action shooter that's like story-driven, and then it has like some roguelike mechanics, it seems, that help you like upgrade your abilities and everything. Catatonic Beast in Black Gamecast says, AJ played a demo for 4 hours equals purchase for me. Dude, I have played this demo for 4 hours, and I will play this demo more. Like, I'm not even done with it yet. I've been trying hard to capture some footage and do it. I've got like 4 hours of footage. There's just so much, but it's a blast, man. And visually, the black and white with the neon colors when there's some kind of telekinesis stuff going on, it works so well. Everything is just working really well. Like I said, the big question surrounding this game is kind of the depth, how well the story's executed, and things like that. But like I said, I think for me, there's a lot of value in here already. So I'm super excited about this. This is coming July 4th. It's actually available for pre-order now, like $31 or something with PlayStation Plus. And yeah, this game, it kicks ass, man. We needed a kick-ass PlayStation VR2 exclusive like this. And I'm very happy with this so far. So can't wait to check out the actual full game and see. I saw somebody saying that maybe we should revisit, maybe do another games cast with all 4 of us after we've played the full game and be like, was it everything we hoped for, or what was it better? Did it go worse or what? But I'm really excited about this one, and I'm just want to tell you guys, you should be excited about this one as well if you're remotely interested, because it is sweet. It is super cool, and I dig it. Silver Nexus, thank you for the donation, my friend. Says Thursday officially sucks less. Well, I should say Thursday officially sucks less. Insightful analysis, Master AJ of the Game Cat Dojo. Thank you, my friend. Thank you all for being here today, man. Exciting times, man. I'm really excited about a lot of these PlayStation VR2 games coming. I've got a review code for a couple games. I can't talk about them yet. Some of them I haven't even played yet. That's just how backed up we've been. And I've been avoiding a lot of trash too. Like I'm to the point where I'm like, look, I don't really care about playing break stuff VR right now. I don't care about, like, I'm done playing this garbage when there's really good shit to play. Like, I just want to, and I can't wait. And Synapse is, of course, the first one I'm able to talk about, this preview build. And we're off to a good start so far. Really exciting times. So, like I said, the Summer Games Fest was today. And while we weren't really expecting a ton of VR stuff, we did get a couple announcements that coincided with it. And one of them is the anticipated summer action shooter Crossfire, where they dropped a brand new trailer for this. And I gotta say, man, they kind of like Call of Duty the hell out of this trailer. I don't know if I've made this clear or not, but I'm very excited about this game. And I, everything I'm seeing, it looks good. It's looking like it's going in the right direction. And, I hope it doesn't turn out like the other Crossfire game. I know nothing about the Crossfire series, but I did hear about the last release of like their Crossfire X game. And I've just heard it's so terrible. So I'm really hoping this is nothing like that, because what I'm seeing here is looking fantastic. But the awesome thing with today's announcement is that it is coming next month. So August, we are getting Crossfire Sierra Squad, 13 single-player missions, like 50 co-op 2-player missions, and then like horde modes. Lots of content, it seems, 40 guns, variety of enemies, supposedly really good AI. And then there's some nice little VRAF mechanics in here. So this just looks like a badass game. And guess what, guys? It is another PlayStation VR2 exclusive, which is awesome, man. So really excited to see more on this game and check it out. And can't wait, man. It looks like a damn good time. And, yeah, I can't wait to see this. Let's see. What are you guys saying? Let's take it over to the chat real quick. OG Crossfire was literally the biggest game in the world at one point, says SB. Yeah. 1 billion players or something, worldwide, something like that. Robert the Game Cat in the house tonight says, don't get caught in the crossfire. You remember every time when this game was first announced, I would always think of that board game with the guns and the marbles that you would shoot called Crossfire. If you don't know it, if you're too young, look it up. I always wanted that. And I don't think I ever got it. I think I got to play it like once and I was so happy. Let's see. Samson, I want to talk with Samson. Let's talk with Samson, y'all. Says, why are you so into exclusives? Share the love. Hey, I'm okay with games being multi-platform. I do love exclusives, though. I do think they add value to a platform because it's like for obvious reasons. But the reason I like exclusives, I would say what I like more about it is I don't like when games are developed for, let's say, like a game is made for the Meta Quest 2 and then comes to PSVR 2 and then doesn't get like proper enhancements, and there's certain, it's not a console war thing. It's more of like this is developed for this hardware thing and is like fully takes advantage of that. Like, you know, I've got a Quest 2. I like it and everything. But I think I just love exclusives. I think exclusives are kind of it kind of is the backbone of a brand. And it makes it more fun. But I'm totally down for multi-platform games. I just want to make sure that the version that you get on the hardware should be the best version that it can be on that hardware, if that makes sense. Was that you in the audience that shouted 2 discs earlier, AJ? I saw that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth is coming out, and is 2 discs. That's wild, man. That's wild. I still got my, where is it? Got my Buster Sword in the background. That is the only game that's like non-VR that I will play. The only thing. You're welcome, Samson. I just wanted to talk with Samson. So we got something else that's super, super cool today. We got the official cover for Madison VR. Now, guys, look, I know that there's a lot of horror games in VR. And I know, look, personally, I think most horror games, like a lot of horror movies, are garbage. Like, I love horror movies, and I watch most of them, but most of them are trash. Like 80% are garbage, 15% are like average, and then like 5% are actually good. And then 1% is like 0.1% are actually amazing. That being said, Madison VR is coming, and it is absolutely, this is the significance. It is 100% my most anticipated horror game thus far. There is like the Resident Evil series, of course, which is like essential. But I think those I kind of feel like they lean more towards like the action adventure. The reason I'm excited about this and what I'm hoping for is that this is like true horror. And is absolutely just pure scariness. And I really am in the mood for a game that is an actual scary horror game. And I'm hoping that Madison VR is going to be the one to do so. Let's take a trip, shall we? Well, hold on. Before Sean Yarbrough says, wrong, AJ. Most trash horror movies are epic. I disagree. I strongly disagree. Although I do love Grave Encounters, which is a trash horror movie that is epic. I will agree. There are some here and there. But let's go over to the PlayStation blog real quick, where they have a breakdown. The game is now available for to be wishlisted. Here it is here. And they say science does not lie. The Science of Scare project confirmed the award-winning Madison is the scariest game ever. That's a bold claim. That's pretty cool, though. And the scariest game ever just got even scarier as Madison is being remade in VR. What would you do if you woke up locked in a dark room with your hands covered in blood, your sister and mother massacred? Madison is an immersive and terrifying first-person psychological horror game featuring disturbing gameplay and an unsettling and compelling narrative. With the help of a possessed instant camera, connect the human world with the beyond. Solve puzzles, my favorite, explore your surroundings, and most importantly, survive. Throughout your journey, you are haunted by Madison, the ghost of an evil murderer who is forcing you to continue a gory ritual started decades ago and commit abominable acts. She wants you to finish her sinister ceremony. Do you have the strength to resist? It's not just her that you need to worry about, though. There is more than one evil entity in Madison, and every character has a disturbing story that blends seamlessly into the main narrative. Use the instant camera to survive this torture, develop the photos you take manually, and face the fear of unveiling the truth. Search everything, pick up elements, and interact with them to survive the entities. Randomly activated events and changing puzzles throughout the game assures a high level of replayability as you get lost in this immersive and terrifying experience. Watch every step you make and be careful not to attract any unwanted attention. You won't be alone. Look, man, I love that this takes a lot of inspiration from PT, Silent Hills, possibly the scariest thing I've ever played besides Alien Isolation. And Resident Evil 7, of course, in VR. Those are probably my top 3 scariest games I've ever played. Alien Isolation. Well, I guess if you go way back, you could get into some Silent Hill too. But I love that this draws inspiration from PT, a little bit of like Fatal Frame, and then some other stuff. And yeah, there's going to be jump scares in this. There's going to be some creepy stalking you stuff. I just hope it's really good. I love that you're actually walking around with a camera. My guess is you'll have the VR, kind of mechanics to it to where you actually physically feel like you're holding the camera. And take pictures, snapshots of creepy shit. I'm just hoping this turns out really, really good. I'm super excited about it. This is one horror game I am very, very excited about. This is the horror game I'm excited about personally. Hi, Mark. Everyone's saying hi, Mark. Hi, Beard. What up, Beard of Power? What up, Mark Pringlesleaf? Nihilus Ryan the Game Feline. It's a horror game set in suburbia with many mean blonde high school girls. Robert says, I'm excited that you're excited. Good, my friend. You should be. No, I've tried to do a media blackout on this. And I know virtually nothing about it except for it's scary. It's got jump scares. It's got spectral beings, and you're using a camera. What up, Goaty? Damn it, Goaty. But yeah, man, super excited to hear more on this. We don't have a release date yet, but I'm really looking forward to whenever this comes out. Perhaps it's going to be a fall release. Maybe it'll be in time for spooky season. But yeah, man, there's lots of trash horror games, but this does not seem like it's going to be one of them. So I'm very excited about it. But that wasn't the only news we got, because we finally, what we did get a release date for is possibly one of my most anticipated games, and that is Hellsweeper VR, aka Devil May Cry in VR. Now, this is we got a brand new trailer with a release date for Hellsweeper. I am so freaking excited about this game, and we also got a little bit more info on what the game's going to feature. So I am super excited. Let's break it down. So in this new trailer, they showed that there are 18 new maps, or 18 maps total. That's a lot for a kind of very combat-driven game. Of course, they show lots of different weapons, from melee, like dual-wielding axes. And what I love is that it's not just a regular axe. They show some kind of like mechanics with these weapons. And you see like the axes and the weapons kind of like moving around and stuff. So they kind of like have like these modifiers on them where they change around. I don't know. That's really interesting. There's dual wielding. You see him dual wielding pistols, shotguns, different things. You see him grabbing a machine gun with both hands, which is really cool. There's magic that you can use in this. There's magical abilities to add to it. And then, of course, there's a doggy. You get a little, some kind of form of dog. They also show bosses in this, but there's what it seems to be two different game modes in this game, which it looks like there's a roguelike mode, which obviously is you just kill as many things as you can, you fight as long as you can, you upgrade in the process. or you get some abilities and stuff in the process. But then when you die, you get to spend all of your earnings to unlock more shit and go even further in the game. There's also a sandbox mode, which is probably more of just the arena fighter thing. I think this, I think the roguelike mode works with this type of game. This is obviously the developers of Sirento. This is their new baby, and Sirento was missing. It had everything but like a core game loop with it. The gameplay was amazing, but I like what I'm seeing here. There's different keys you can find. Looks like a lot of weapons in this, from bow and arrows to guns to melee weapons to magic weapons, all sorts of stuff. So graphically, it also looks really nice. The graphics look pretty good, so I'm excited about that. And there's a lot of cool stuff coming with this. And this game, guys, is a little ways away, but not too far away. But they've given us an official release date of September 21st. So the end of September, we will be getting our hands on this on every platform. Of course, I mostly care about PSVR2. But this game looks sick. Guys, I've told you before, my favorite game, my favorite IP on PS2 era was Devil May Cry. And this is like, Sirento was like the closest thing I felt like to Devil May Cry in VR, where you just, the freedom of combat you have is just, it's just amazing, man. Doing wall runs, backflips, being upside down and blowing things in half. Also, they do demonstrate in this some good gore in this and dismemberment. You see him bashing things and blood goes everywhere. You see him slicing things in half, body limbs and everything, which is really, really cool. But also, I want to see what's up with this doggy. I love dogs. I love animals. And I really, really want to see what's happening with the doggy, because I love pets and I love wolves and stuff in games. It's super cool. But guys, this is easily one of my most anticipated games. Oh yeah, I didn't even mention they have some kind of customization that you can unlock your look. I guess you can customize your look a little bit in VR. That really doesn't mean much unless you're playing multiplayer. But it makes a lot more sense playing multiplayer. But but the world, guys, the world of this looks gorgeous. The art style looks awesome. I don't know what's not to love here. It looks amazingly fun, and I cannot wait. And then the pre-order bonus, you get some masks. Who cares? But this looks really, really good. Most likely to play. Yeah, Hellsweeper is definitely a day one for me as well. But yeah, this is one of my most anticipated games. If you love gameplay, this is where it's at, man. If you love like good combat, I think I'm hoping this becomes like the best gameplay that you can find. But yeah, I love seeing all the content in this. They really, really doubled down on their Sirento thing, and and I think that was a good move. And didn't try to do anything they, over ambitious to that would reveal some cracks, some kinks in the armor. Super, super excited. But yeah, man, what are you guys saying before we get on to our next subject? There's lots of good games coming out, which is my point here. We already did a breakdown about, the stuff shown at the showcase, both showcases, the Sony showcase as well as the Meta showcase. We got lots of good games coming, lots of good stuff. I'm liking this increase in variety that we're seeing in different games. Yeah, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing here. Yes, we're still waiting. I can't wait to see what like the next big AAA announcement is and stuff. But dude, I'll tell you, man, there's far from any drought happening right now, which is nice. and there's more than just little tiny ports or, tiny games. There's some good quality stuff that is growing and building here, and I am really, really excited about it. And this is all just from like the summer. This is all just second half of the year. Who knows what other announcements we're going to get as well. But it's looking damn good so far. This is a lot more. This is a lot of stuff than we're accustomed to. A lot of the times there's several droughts and just lots of downtime of no releases. So I consider us pretty lucky here. It happens sometimes, but yeah, man, cannot wait. Got vampires, all sorts of things. So before we move on, what is the next thing? AJ question from SB. Some people were disappointed that Rec Room was announced for Vision Pro. Do you think Sony wants to limit user created stuff like that? No. I think this is all because of just the Rec Room developers just focusing on what they're focusing on. I can't say I'm super disappointed. Now, if Rec Room were to get like an upgrade with like, you have legs, upgraded graphics, things like that, I'd probably be more disappointed. But, I spent a lot of time with Rec Room on PSVR1, and to me, it's just still seems like a PSVR1 game. So it's like, I'm really looking for next gen experiences, is what I really, really want. So I'm looking forward to everything PSVR2 and beyond. Let's see here. Steve IRE wants to know how sharp, let's bring up, how sharp does Synapse look in the headset comparatively? It looks sharp, I guess. I think it's funny because with Synapse, it's kind of a little all over the place. Like it's never like blurry, but in terms of like, I'd say like there's some stuff that's like, okay, this background thing looks a little blocky, but then there's also like this stuff that looks like super high res and detailed. It's kind of a combination of stuff, and it's not as like super consistently just crisp and clear and highly detailed as like Red Matter is. But I will say, man, this game, what makes Synapse visually special is the creativity behind it, the art design of it. It's half beach warfare and like half like just creative art piece, and it's gorgeous in that regard. It's actually a really, really pretty game. And I was skeptical about it. I like colorful games, and I don't like black and white games and stuff. Like I want to play beautiful, vibrant, colorful games. But this one is pretty brilliant in the way that it's designed, and I really, really like it a lot. Some of it looks pretty stunning too. Like I said, the lighting. I'm a big sucker for good lighting, and the lighting in Synapse is fantastic. It has excellent lighting. I sat there and I could just sit there and just look at the marble walls or the obsidian like rocks, rock formations and stuff, and they are gorgeous to just look at and watch the light just slowly move across it. It is really, really nice, man. You are not going to be disappointed visually. I don't think so anyways. I mean, who knows these days? People were visually disappointed with with the Horizon, so it's like, well, it's certainly not going to please everybody, but I think it's a beautiful game. I think it's really, really nice looking, and I like the art style and stuff more than Fract. Fract had a little bit of a cartoony look to it, almost like a Borderlands style, and this is more this looks a little bit more real as well as like just creative. I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's a pretty surreal experience, but dude, cannot wait for Synapse, man. Cannot wait to play the full thing. And I'm gonna, I'm really just taking my time with it, but I'll try and post some gameplay, some cool little messing around with some of the gameplay and stuff, and show you guys a good look from my perspective, what it's like. But like I said, we got some time before the game releases, so I will definitely show you more. I just can't. Yeah, the game doesn't always illustrate on video how good it actually feels to play. But yeah, man, Pixel Rip 1978 coming out very, very soon. Can't wait to talk about that one. Huber's possibly dropping. I saw that Until You Fall was listed on the PlayStation Store or PlayStation blog. That was kind of weird. Maybe that means it's coming though, but that's a great thing if Until You Fall is coming. I really want the PC version of that game. But some people like, for some people, Until You Fall was like a top 10 PSVR game. I don't know if it was that for me, but I did really enjoy it, and I did think it was really good. So, Kyle Next says, just got my PSVR2. Am I crazy, or does No Man's Sky look pretty bad still? Yeah, man, I'm holding off on No Man's Sky, and it sucks because they just had that update. They're having some good updates. But yeah, man, unfortunately, No Man's Sky is it's rough. It doesn't look very good. It looks equal or worse than the PSVR 1 version on PS5. And it's unfortunate because I want to play it so freaking bad, but I just can't, man. I can't until it gets a visual upgrade. And honestly, what I'm worried about is that we're not being vocal enough. Maybe we need to go out and be more vocal about asking for a patch. Maybe we need to use the Zendesk, and we need to really let it be known that, you know, we want a PSVR 2 version of the game. I know the game is super old and it's, you know, but I feel like it can be done. I feel like there's no excuse for it not to happen. They also listed Crossfire for June 24th, though. That list is nonsense. Yeah. But even though SB, the Until You Fall release date thing is not true, obviously, because it said June 6th and we're at June 8th right now. It does make it seem like it is going to release, though. Maybe by the fall. They love to release stuff called fall around the fall for some reason. I don't know why. It's weird. Superlastic Bubble Plastic Game Cat, what up, man? Good evening to you. You missed a couple snacks. Just a couple. Awesome Tatum in the house tonight. What up, my dude? This is Madison VR. It's scary. Yeah, man, I can't wait. Like I said, one of my most anticipated PSVR or horror games. It's my most anticipated horror game. Weird. Okay. So guys, there is a huge sale happening on the PlayStation Store, and the Sony Store sucks at telling you what's on sale. So I'm going to help you out here, and we're going to break it down. Let's kick it over to, I found actually a really good list. Now, it's been really, really hard to find a good list of every VR game. Sometimes when you pull up the list, it just mentions just VR only games. But I finally think I found one that actually features both VR games with VR modes and then VR only games. So let's take a look here. Let's see here. So the first game, we're just going to go through the list. This is, of course, like every game listed. The first game is Tetris Effect for $29.99. Now, Tetris Effect is a good game, if not great game. For $29.99, and what's on sale right now, you'd really have to be in like the perfect mood, right? You have to be in the perfect mood for Tetris Effect for me to recommend it at that price. I really like Tetris Effect around the $20, $15, $20 range is what I think it should be. Super Plastic Bubble Cat, Plastic Game Cat, thank you so much, man. I love your avatar, by the way. I love that movie. Says, I got paid today, so here's $5 to buy more snacks. Thank you. I'm actually back on my diet again, so I'm not eating snacks. But here we go. I'm back on the wagon. So excited to get that going. I took a break for a while, give my body a rest. But let's get back to things. So Tetris Effect, look, man, if you're feeling lonely and depressed, I would say yes, by Tetris Effect. If everything's good right now, hold off a little longer. See if you can find a physical copy for $20 or under. But if you're in a bad place mentally, I think Tetris Effect can do some good for you. It's a very refreshing game for your mental health, I think. And so I do recommend it in that regard. And it's also freaking beautiful. Oh my God, it looks so good on PSVR2. So you can't, you could certainly do a lot worse. Let's go back and check out what else is going here. We've got The Last Worker is on sale for $14.99. Now, I have this game, but I haven't played it. And everything I've heard about it has not been very good. So, sorry, but The Last Worker is going to get a thumbs down. Let's see here. Yeah. I've not heard good things about it, unfortunately. Vacation Simulator, Back to Job, $20.99. I'm going to say no. No, I actually did enjoy this game, but I'm just kind of over it. And like, it was kind of fun at the time when we didn't have many releases. Like, that was like a drought. And then we had like Vacation Simulator come out, and it was like, hey, actually, I think first we had like, it was either before, I don't remember if it was before or after Blood and Truth, but it was just like, there was nothing to play. If you've played every last other game, sure, you'll have an okay time, but most of you probably haven't. So let's keep moving here. I love some Cosmodread. If you missed the Synth Riders sale, you're too late. Here's our good old Synapse. This is just a pre-order, of course. This is not actually available or on sale. It comes out July 4th. That price is about the highest that I would probably risk it. I mean, I've seen lesser games for more, so it's not the worst thing in the world, but that's just a pre-order anyway. That's not here. Demio is $27.99, guys. Actually, I don't even think this is part of the new sale, but if I haven't made it clear enough, like, huge thumbs up for Demio. That game freaking rocks. I've spent over like 20, 30 hours in that game, and it is super fun. You could play it single player or up to 4 people. If you're more of a solo player, that's fine. I played it mostly solo. I think I played, of the 30 hours or so I played like maybe 10 hours total multiplayer. But man, it is really, really good. Let's see here. SB, trust me when I said I've tried everything and that does not work. That does not work. But I didn't know this. Okay, so Before Your Eyes is actually on sale for $11.99. I think this game, I think Before Your Eyes is pretty cool, like in its concept, that it's basically just watching a story, and there's a little bit of interaction stuff, but it's really just blinking to progress the story, and you blink to do certain things. $11.99. I'd really like to see it around like $5 range, is like, under $10 maybe. So it's a little bit over what I'd recommend, but it's not bad. And I do like that it uses eye tracking, and the blink mechanics. That's really cool. I just don't think that's like life-changing in any way. But some people apparently cried when they played this. I didn't. Maybe I just a heartless bastard. All right, so let's keep going here. We've got The Last Clockwinder for $19.99. If you have PlayStation Plus, $17.49. Now this one is interesting. This game, if you can kind of go for a kind of slow paced puzzle game, then yeah, I would absolutely say, especially at $17.99. This game is actually, it's kind of surprised me. Now, the one caveat to this is that I haven't finished the game, and I haven't had like the utmost desire to finish it just yet. But every time I play it, like there's usually something cool that happens that I really like about it. And I will say that this game is a good port. This game looks really nice in the headset. It's got a nice art style. It's got a nice, it's got good voice acting, good narrative behind it. And then of course it's got really cool mechanics where you kind of copy yourself. I kind of had a review on this recently with Brian, on one of the past Gamescast where we talked about this being like a hidden gem, and I stand by that. I think this is a very good game. I just don't think everybody's going to love it all the time because nobody loves everything all the time. But I do think it's a very good game, and I would give it a thumbs up if you're interested. It gets a thumbs up for me. It's pretty good. I like it. So let's keep going. Townsman VR is $31.99. Now, I freaking love this game. I haven't beaten it yet, but that's because it's really long. I've got around 10 hours into it. I've played it quite a bit. I did get kind of like worn out on it a little bit, but man, it is good. Like, it is really, really good. I'd still, for what it is, I kind of would like to see it around the $20 range. But I still like this game quite a bit. I think it's very, very good. I would maybe put it over, recommend it over Last Clockwinder as well. I don't know. They're kind of different though. They're very, very different. I'm so heartless, says Dragoon's Eye. Let's see here. Rodrigo, my friend Rodrigo. No, Rodrigo. Says, unfortunately, Sony let PSVR1 die long before PSVR2 appeared, which doesn't give much confidence that the same will happen with PSVR2. I'm going to Quest without a doubt. Have fun, my friend. You're completely wrong, though, because in 2022, we were actually still getting lots of good games for the PSVR1. It was the people that stopped playing PSVR1 because they were ready for next-gen tech. But it was actually still getting exclusives and getting really good games. So you are super wrong, but that's okay. Sayonara. Have fun. Enjoy what you enjoy, man. Nothing wrong with that. But it pisses me off when people are just so wrong and have no idea what they're talking about. Anyways, let's get back to this. Let's see here. Okay, so this is where things get really, really cool. Saints and Sinners is $35.99 or $31.99 with PlayStation Plus. Now, this is the thing, man. What you actually want is this. There is hidden in the crappy PlayStation Store. There is the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapters 1 and 2 Deluxe Edition bundle for, let's see here. Why does that price not seem right? It's not usually $80, is it? Am I on the Australian store or something? I thought it was like 53 standard edition. This might be the Australian store. Oh, this is Canada. This has got to be like Canada prices or something. I don't know what I have done, you guys. I am so sorry. But the actual price, I think, is actually just it should be $50. It should be on sale for $50. So yeah, man. You need to buy, if anything, you need to freaking buy the Walking Dead Saints and Sinners bundle for around $50. You absolutely need to. It's literally one of the best it's one of the best VR games, period. And dude, chapter 2, it's so exciting getting messages from you guys who have like just now finishing chapter 1 and you're just about to start chapter 2. I love that you keep messaging me that, man, because it just makes me really happy. And it's such a great game, and man, they really knocked it out of the park with that game. And I just love seeing everybody telling me that they're playing it for the first time and just having the time of their life. It's so good, man. And chapter 2 is amazing. It's even better than chapter 1 in many, many ways. Graphically, the physics, the chainsaw, baby. Let's go. The chainsaw. That's right, Beard of Power. I beat you to it. You thought I'd forget. Hell no. I've got a Walking Dead chainsaw on my back, tattooed. No, dude, the chainsaw is amazing. But there's also a lot of other stuff. In fact, I need to go back to Walking Dead, Saints and Sinners Chapter 2, because there's a lot of stuff I haven't done. You know, there's the weapon crafting and everything. There's a lot of additional weapons that I haven't even seen yet. So I need to do that. I need to go back and do that, which is great. It just, you know, as for as many hours as I got out of the game. Also, it was my most played game of March or April, whenever it came out. Yeah, it was my most played game of either March or April. I don't remember, but I played the shit out of it, and it was great. But MRI Gamer says definitely on your lower back. Oh, I love it, man. I got a tramp stamp of a Walking Dead Saints and Sinners chainsaw. That's right. Don't tell Tiff. But yeah, man, super, super funny. Great game. Go buy the bundle, if anything. And you should buy them because it's amazing, and you should play them, and then tell me all about it because I want to hear it. But let's get back to the sale. We got a lot more games here. Let's see here. Beat Saber, blah, blah, blah. C-Smash is supposed to be... Okay, so C-Smash is coming out 6/23. I'm really excited about this one. I know this is not like gonna interest a ton of people outside of VR, maybe if they're fans of the original, but I actually liked what I played here. I was gonna talk about a tennis game that was kind of announced or has been said to have, it's coming to PlayStation VR 2. But I was like, you know what? I'm kind of more excited about C-Smash. So I'm glad I got to point that out instead. Drums Rock is excellent. Okay, here's Tentacular for $19.99. Now, I like Tentacular. Like, I think it's actually technically pretty good. Good graphics, good things. I just don't really care for the game. Like, I like all the little technical thing it does. And I think it's a charming little game or whatnot, but it's just not for me, man. And I don't know. I liked some variety, but I don't know. It was fun to mess around with for sure. It was fun to live stream on Saturday Night Live streams. But yeah, it's fun to mess around in for sure. Like Mark Pringlesleaf says, I think it's good. I just think it's not for me. If you're on the fence, meh. I don't know what to tell you, man. Hopefully if this game looks interesting to you, you just already have bought it and played it, and I'm not the one to ask for this one. But well, I am. If you're asking me, I'm gonna say no. Even though it's not bad, it's good. Mr. Game Cat Canaveral, the games are coming, my friend. The games are coming. I love it. Mr. Game Cat Canaveral's been like the Paul Revere of PSVR2 going around. The games are coming. The games are coming. I see you like everywhere posting it. I love it, man. Keep it up. You keep that hype. As we've covered many examples in this episode today, there's a lot of reasons to be excited. I'm super excited about a bunch of stuff coming. Your Long Shadow says, if you want to have silly fun, go for it. I do like silly fun. All right, what else we got here? What else we got here that's on sale? Look at this PlayStation PSVR2 library filling up. I was gonna say filling up, but oh my god, filling up with DLC. God, travel the words. I think I've got a key for this too. I can't be bothered. I don't have time for that. Res Infinite. I've said before, pretty awesome. I will actually give the thumbs up for Res Infinite over Tetris Effect, because it's seriously one of the most next gen games I've played. From the eye tracking mechanics, the Type 4, the graphics are gorgeous. Get you a nice headphones to play with it, and it doesn't seem like I'd almost like usually be pretty hesitant to be like, yeah, I get it, but no, like, get it. It's good. It's really, really good. What did somebody asked if Hello Neighbor is still messed, dude? Yeah, stay far away from Hello Neighbor. I played it for like 5-10 minutes and it's crap. That should be coming up in just a second. Mr. Mad Jackal, what's up, dude? Thanks for joining. Also, the Underground Game Cat Elite Name Squad in the house made it tonight. What up, man? Hope you're doing well, my friend. Good to see you. Let's get back to this though. What else is on sale? Job Simulator. Y'all, according to the PlayStation Store, you guys have all bought Job Simulator anyways. Fantavision. Listen, I'm going to say, oh, by the way, Job Simulator, I'm going to give a thumbs down to. It's not bad. It's actually pretty decent. But I'm just meh. I'm just over it, man. I'm over it. Fantavision. Now, I've said before that kind of my thoughts on Fantavision. I think $15 is what I'd like the price to be around. The problem is the game lacks one important thing, and that is fun. And I think games need to be fun. I think it does some cool things. I like the little visual light show, the fireworks show, but it's not fun enough. So it gets a no from me. It needs to be more fun. Let's get back to it here. Okay, so this is what Mad Jackal was asking about. Thumper is $7.99 or $5.99 with PlayStation Plus. Now, as far as like trippy rhythm games, on PSVR2 in particular, I kind of like Res Infinite a little bit more, quite a bit more. But Thumper, especially for $5.99, is pretty cool. It's a great game as well. It's pretty badass, man. It's hard to say no at $5.99. I will say, if there's one thing that kind of bothers me about it, it's not Mura, whatever the hell they call it. But it's just the background. It does have like some flat background thing that kind of like looks a little grainy sometimes, and it's just, even the flat version has this. It's just kind of like the art design, it's an older game, and it's just how it was made at the time. And it kind of bothers me a little bit. I would absolutely give a thumbs up to Thumper. If you got some good headphones. The problem that I have is that I have too many games, and like, I just don't have time to play Thumper and enjoy it. 'Cause there's just so much other stuff to play. But if you got like, $6 burning a hole in your pocket and you're interested in it, yeah, I definitely recommend Thumper. It's a killer game. It has its own genre called rhythm violence, but it's badass, man. You can have some of my games, Mr. Game Cat Canaveral. I'll give you my key for Break Stuff VR. How about that? Please take it off my back. Jur says Thumper is fun. Yeah, man. Yeah, Thumper's great. Definitely would recommend it. I wouldn't call it like a top 10 or 15 game, but it's still very, very good game. Very, very good. And it's like a classic. It's like a great classic title for VR that I would absolutely not hesitate to recommend. This is another Walking Dead thing here. Let's see here. What else is on sale? NFL Pro Era is on sale. Interesting. $24.99. I don't think NFL. I think NFL Pro Era is very mediocre. It does have, like, they did say they plan to have some updates for it and stuff. I think as for a football game, well, there's also 2MD VR football, which is kind of more fun, but it's not as like realistic and authentic. I think NFL Pro Era is okay, but I think it leans more towards mediocre. For $25, I'm gonna say pass. Unless you just really want to play a football game, then sure, why not? Or you can go spend like half that much and go get 2MD VR football for like a goofy N64 NFL Blitz style football game, and perhaps you'll like that as well. But yeah, it's not that NFL Pro Era is terrible, but it's just not good either. Not great either. RC Airplane Challenge. This is not VR on PS5. Tale of Onagoro, $27.99, $26.24. Now, despite me kind of liking this game, it's going to get a pass. It needs to be much cheaper. It needs to be around the $10, $15 range. But it's okay. It's all right. Let's see here. Let's take a quick break to move it over to chat. We'll see what you guys say. Make sure I'm not missing any good conversations. We still need games brought over from the PSVR1 library. There's still not enough, says Steve Irie. I completely agree. And I think that shows that there's two things happening. Some developers are getting their dev kits a little bit late, as well as some games are just, some developers are not available to do some porting stuff. I hope it's something we eventually see, though, especially from Sony first party title. I think when it comes to the ports, the big shocker is the lack of ports of Sony first party titles. I mean, that's what kind of sucks. But all will be forgiven if we get I could totally see Sony going for more the sequel route. It's like, rather than porting games, it's like, well, let's just make a sequel and stuff. I could totally see them doing that as well. I've heard rumblings of them doing that to some degree. But nothing confirmed and nothing is for sure. But yeah, man, huge bunch of great PSVR1 titles still waiting for. Some of that's on developers, some of that's on Sony. Yeah, would just love to see it happen. Like Wanderer is actually coming, so we'll be all right. We'll be okay. Wanderer will save us. No to Tale of Onagoro. Cosmonius High is $20.99. Another game that I actually thought was decent, but I don't really care. It's better than what I expected. I have no desire to play it. It's a thumbs down. Hold on, I gotta do it. I gotta do the on-screen representation. Thumbs down for that. Although it's not technically a bad game. If you have kids or something, sure. Definitely buy it and play it with your kids. It's good for that. Let's see here. Scanning. I hate how they do this. All this DLC stuff is like all included in this sale stuff. But I guess there is a filter. I could have filtered out some of the add-ons, but I just wanted everything on here. So I could have taken that out. Oh yeah, NFL Pro Era has a demo, so just go play the demo, and that's way more worth the buying the full game, most likely. There's a lot of, this is all just Beat Saber DLC. Okay, I might have to address this real quick, because this Trip VR was announced. $60 Trip VR, $60 for this. I mean, it looks kind of nice, but and I'll be honest with you, I thought this was going to be trash, and I played it, and it was actually like kind of okay. I mean, it's literally like a meditation app. But $60, man, get out of here. Like, I would be blown away. I think this has like some subscription thing that you have to sign up as well. So maybe maybe they're trying to just like give you the value of the entire game and the subscription stuff. But if it's like $60 and they want you to like subscribe in it and stuff, that's weird. These do look nice though. I will say this does look somewhat nice. Looks a little bit different. Is this an actual like PSVR2 trailer? It didn't look this impressive on PSVR1. I don't know. It's like guided meditation. I don't know. That's besides the point. This wasn't even supposed to be a focus of the show. Oh no, not Kazuna. Not Kazuni. He says there's AJ's Kazuni. No. Yeah, $60 for that is kind of crazy. Song in the Smoke demo, $0. Go play Song in the Smoke. Go buy Song in the Smoke. Full price. It's so good. There's some PSVR1 games on here. I forgot that Ragnarok has a demo. That's cool. Now there's something huge missing from here that I am noticing, but luckily I made notes and we're going to top this off. This is going to be the cherry on top news story, guys. The final game that's on sale, at least there is Gran Turismo 7's $29.99 right now. You should already have that. We had some news that Resident Evil Village has sold over 8 million copies. They say thanks to everyone who has elevated survival horror to new heights. Now is the perfect time for newcomers to take a trip to the village with sales on PlayStation and Steam. I'm guessing this is the thing. So Resident Evil Village, PS4 and PS5 version. Oh, this is the gold version, which is why it's $29. Standard edition should be $29. I think it's $20. It's $19.99 with PS Plus. Oh shit. Sorry guys. I thought I had this screen up here. Game Cat Chicago, you're awesome, man. And I love Chicago food. Don't you know? Yeah, so Resident Evil Village, man, $29.99 with PlayStation Plus is $20. Absolute must own. It is straight up the best game on PlayStation VR2. Triple A awesomeness, man, and makes me super excited about the other thing that's coming, which is, of course, I think so. Oh, what I thought I was showing you guys, by the way, was the Resident Evil official account's tweet here. That they announced today, selling over 8 million copies. Of course, the majority of this likely comes from the flat screen version, obviously. But here's the significance: is that game, was it 2022? Yeah, it had to be 2022 that it came out last year, right? That sold 8 million in 1 year, and Resident Evil 7, I think, hit like 8-9 million after like 4 years. So my God, they destroyed their the sales charts here with Resident Evil Village, and this is absolutely, while the success of the game happened way before VR happened, I'm sure a lot of people bought Resident Evil Village. I'm sure it sold. It's probably one of the higher selling PlayStation VR2 games. And I think this is a big reason why we're getting this beauty here in Resident Evil 4 Remake. I think this success goes a long way. So I hope to see that this is a trend that continues, because I love the Resident Evil franchise in VR. I feel like even though it's not how it originated, it's so different from how the series started out. It works so well. It's so fun and so immersive, and I cannot wait for Resident Evil 4 Remake, man. Probably easily one of the number one most anticipated games coming at this time, and Capcom is really leading the charge with these AAA hybrids. So good stuff here, man. Go out and buy Resident Evil Village if you haven't. If the only people I wouldn't recommend it to is if like you just really don't like scary games, like remotely scary games. Otherwise, if you can stomach a little bit of horror, it definitely leans more on the action adventure side, with some, scares in it. But dude, it's these are GOAT status games right here, man. And yeah, these are reasons to own a PSVR 2. So you got to do it. But guys, that is it for today. What a lovely bunch of stuff going on, man. I cannot wait. Like I said, I'll try to get something together for Synapse. Hopefully have something ready for Pixel Ripped in time. And I can't wait to play VR Skater. Cannot wait for all these good games coming, man. Crossfire next month. Madison VR at some point. Cannot wait to check it out. Good stuff, man. So you guys, man, thank you for coming out, hanging out tonight. Super good times. Mr. Game Cat Canaveral says, the games are coming. The games are coming. Super awesome stuff, man. Thank you guys so much. Emily Baxter, Your Long Shadows, Toodle Pip, SB, Mark Smith, Salvador, my homie. Oh, Sal, thank you for the donation. I got you this time. Says, let's go. Thank you for the donation, my friend. Sorry, I almost missed that. Thank you for making Astro dance, everybody. Much appreciated. Astro needs to dance. He needs to be in tip-top form for when we get Astrobot Rescue Mission 2. Believe. Dude, talking about being vocal online. Every time Team Asobi posts something, all I see is they just get bombarded with, where's Astrobot 2? I love it, man. Keep it up. Keep the pressure on them. Keep harassing them. Well, don't harass them, but keep just telling them, don't let them hear the end of it until we get Astrobot 2 on PSVR 2, because we need it, man. But thank you, Super Elastic Bubble Plastic Game Cat. You guys have a wonderful rest of the night, and I will see you all again very, very, very soon on Saturday. Peace out, y'all. Happy gaming.